at Presley Stadium. The number 6 national seed Florida and the SWAC champions Florida A. The Gators have been to the last. Brittany Beal's lineup card at the top. It is Naraya Lee, Amaya Ramos, and Jamison Townsend in this starting lineup, brought to you by Capital One.
She is an absolute phenom in the circle. We're seeing her have a year like she had in her breakout season her freshman year. Throws a rise ball in the high 70s. She's going to get a lot of swings. So it's hard as a hitter to balance those two.
Gets Lee swinging through that one.
I mean, speak of the off-speed, that changeup right there.
Condor over at third. So you mentioned Brown. She and Rothrock, they were that primary duo in recent years. Nice play by Kenley Cahalan.
How else are you going to create some rallies? They got fans, they got sombreros. They have to create that energy and get this regional off on a hot start.
They are out in full force in the first inning. Props. That's in there. Called third strike, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for SEC. They are known for their explosive offense. This is
she's able to do has been phenomenal, and then she's going to have to start off hot against a pitcher like Hughes, who is riding that high. She has a rise ball again that gets that high swing rate. She likes to get hitters to chase out of the zone. She'll build that ladder. Hitters to chase out of the zone. She'll build that ladder.
To Shoemaker.
She does a really good job, like you were saying, away. So she'll go with that rise ball and then that screwball with the downward tit. That is going to be her best strike.
We're going to be a bona fide two-time All-American. Hit .443 this year. Just an absurd number. Bounces that one. A high chop over to Brown. Got to be a quick throw. Great stretch at first for the out. Big moment for Hughes and A&M in this first inning. That one is drilled into the gap in left center. It is down. Erickson on the way to second. The relay is...
And they just go to another level, and I think it's how Tim Walton, he challenges his players. He doesn't make excuses, but he calls them up.
Over to the left side, so Erickson has to freeze. And so Florida A&M has got 2 outs in this first.
Frequent since 2017, so it's not unfamiliar territory, new territory for Beal, the new head coach.
That's ball 4. And a couple of runners on now for the Gators.
Balances and make these hitters have to consider it a factor.
Swing, that one is drilled, carrying back to the wall, and it hits off the base of the fence. It ricochets off of Douglas's mitt and goes over the fence.
Big smile there from Cahalan. You could hear it immediately off the bat. How hard.
So Hughes going back to work. 2 Gators in scoring position. And that one hit the left elbow. And are in this lineup. Looking to make a deep postseason run. 2-2 again. That one's hit in the air. It's got some flight to it. Douglas trying to line it up, and the inning is over. So Hughes.
The SEC Conference Tournament. Just one. So this one you have 2 times where you get that chance to come back. You get to claw and make your way back to the top.
Keegan Rothrock begins her second inning of work against Amari Brown. Well, you saw it a couple of moments ago. The FAMU fans, they have showed up. Tallahassee, couple hours away. That's it from Gainesville. Talking to Coach Beal about that. She goes, oh yeah, we've had a lot of folks text us throughout the course of the week saying we will be there.
Arm speed as well. Just almost up in the 80s consistently, and then you have the split with her off speed.
Swing and a miss. That's her 3rd strikeout. Has fallen into a hole. Rothrock has returned to All-American form this season. Ready to go with an 0-2. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. It's a 9-pitch, 1.
Regional host, how competitive. That's something we talked about this year's tournament for the road to the Women's College World Series has been.
It seems like there's just a number of teams, maybe more than there typically is going into a postseason. Ace for years. Junior from Lake City, Florida, a little north of Gainesville. Not far from Jacksonville is where she grew up. Walker takes that one above the letters.
You're going up against them. You may feel confident, you may feel comfortable, but if you ease off the gas pedal even for a second, they're going to notice, they're going to feel it, and they're going to go right in, right back at you.
She is out at first. Anaya Can Review Center in Pittsburgh.
At further view, the ruling has been changed. The runner's safe. Florida retains their catch.
Stay hungry and be present. I think that's really allowed her to continue to play at that elevated level.
Swings and hits it hard into center. The center fielder was playing back towards the track, so this is going to bring in a run. Shoemaker puts the home team.
Seeing less on the hitter and more on her pitches.
That reset, it's so important, especially when the stakes are high this weekend. As she misses outside, that's a 4-pitch walk to Erickson. And the heart of the order and resilience. His comeback has been a staple in the order and has hit effectively. 2-2. Off speed, waited on it. Lost that one into the gap and left center. It's down. 2 runs are in. Brown is at second.
This is a great job by Ava Brown waiting on that changeup. This is the one of the drive all the way through. Look at that extension. You kind of see that double clutch reset and just sends it. And we were just talking about extra bases. Ava Brown getting a double is huge.
That's hit hard. This one is up in the air, out to left. Douglas is there for the first out. Erickson tags and scores. It's 5-zip.
The production that Florida has. We were just talking about whenever they score quickly. And even with that one, the first out of the inning, that's a high in the last few outings. Defensively, they look a lot sharper. Offensively, they look like they're right back on track.
Yeah, just a good start. Douglas getting some work this inning. Makes that catch for the second out. So faced.
I mean, she has been absolutely dealing on another level. You can see the tight spin. That one just moving across through the zone. Her speed today has provided her a lot of advantages. Even that one, a pitch that doesn't have that up movement, but that late break on that curve.
Yeah, Canty was trying to move the runner, could not get it done either. Rothrock, the dominant ace in the circle for years for these Gators. He's got 2 strikes here on
where all you hear is just fuzziness all around and no thoughts going on. You're in that zone, and I think it's safe to say that she is in. You stay locked in and focused, and I think she has a couple of key players, a couple of key coaches that she goes to help her stay locked in.
Runner on the move. Erickson's throw is there. Inning over. Postseason softball officially back. It's every team that reaches this stage. It's a reset this week. You flip the page to that next chapter. So McClellan works the leadoff walk.
So she's trying to feed her defense. Right now, with the run on first, this is a great opportunity for a double play. Curveball, screwball as well behind that.
Madison Walker reaches for that one, lines it out to center, and Lee makes the catch. So there is one out. A&M, it's Hughes and Smith. And so here down 5-0, Florida A&M turns to Espada. Gabby Comia singled her last time up. Remember, it was that beautiful bunt, and the runner is safe at second. Boy, Ramos reached for it through the order. Has either worked a walk, has earned that freebie, or has put the ball into play. 3-1 is hit hard. That is through the right side, a base hit. McClellan gets the green light and scores. 6-0.
Get those runs across. Again, Florida up 6-0 and not a home run yet.
Runner on the go. Oh, this throw is errant. Here comes the runner from third, and they played another. Shoemaker rounding third. She scores. Turns into a cleared base pass for Florida.
Stretch out this game, give herself opportunity.
Erickson hits it hard. That one hops the fence. Jocelyn Erickson with a one-out double. And the hits keep on coming here for
Florida, but just as an athlete, what she's been able to do consistently.
This one is hit hard up in the air out to left. Douglas near the wall. Has enough room to make the catch.
Show bunt, also have a placement slap, and then also be able to swing away. You're going to see your infield shifting around, defense shifting around a lot.
Hasn't been much here from Espada that she's been able to hit, so that is a walk. Second time. And they have done that. This one is ripped to right, a dive. What a catch from Townsend. The inning is over. There is a quiet confidence there.
Quiet
Caitlin
confidence.
Oxley, that's the sophomore. 22nd appearance of the season. She and a handful of others have provided that pitching depth behind Roth. And after Rothrock threw 38 pitches with Florida up a wide margin here. Smart move to go to the bullpen, and there's one quick out. Lee is retired. That Walton is used behind their ace. This is the number 2 hitter, Amaya Ramos. This is a flare into shallow right. It is down for Florida A&M's first hit of the afternoon. It was up there for
Baseman, you hear your outfielder, your center fielder specifically calling you. You're supposed to bail, and I think she did what she heard. But it just comes down to communication.
Another weak pop-up. Comia handles this one. 2 out. Really Townsend. And it's been quite the ascension for Brown. Starts at a junior college in Florida. Transfers to FAMU. Second season. Turned in an all-time sort of a year. Inning comes to a close in Florida right now. That has done its work offensively, and they've also held Florida A&M to just 1 hit. That's all. So that is another freebie. So that is the 5th walk, or make it the 6th.
Was it that Steve Carell from The Office said, "I'm not superstitious, I'm just a little stitious"?
A little bit. Just a little. That's on the outside edge. A called 3rd strike, and McClellan goes down.
Will get called for a strike.
Ella Wesolowski replaced Erickson behind the plate in the top half of that 4th inning. So she hits for the first time in place of Walker. And you got 2 gone. A near collision there. I think it was Douglas. Brown only throwing 1/3 of an inning since late February. And that injury. That's a walk, 2 aboard. On here with 2 out. Shoemaker drills it. This one's going back near the wall. Goodbye!
She sends this one deep and out, not just out of the field, but out of the park. That comes with being in the moment, enjoying it, taking it for a ride.
Erickson hits that one hard. That's another base hit for Erickson. So it's a 3-hit day for
those double numbers up. Where do you go? Where do you turn?
That's hit through the left side. And so it is 3 straight hits for the Gators. Like a lot of elite teams. Thomas down the line. That is off of Register's mitt. Florida might get another run. Erickson scores, and it's 12-0. And that hit drives in another.
Hit the ball hard, hit the ball. Production at the top of the lineup. And also, it's not just getting on base, it's the RBI production as well in that top of the lineup. So they're not just getting on, they're making an impact.
Florida A&M had the shift on. Ramos makes the play, and the inning comes.
They like to play free. And they've been really fun to watch so far today. Is just how they've handled the game and how they've been going after it.
Leah Stevens is on in the circle here to try to of this regional weekend. And the Gators are very close to sending themselves to that winners game tomorrow to start the day. Spooner lifts this one. Should be playable for somebody. Well, there's one name that comes to mind. And it seems like the most prolific, if you want to call it that, pitcher in this regional in terms of the numbers. It's Texas State's, remember, coming up when we are done here, the number 1 seed in the field, Alabama, will play when we are done here on the SEC Network. 2 gone in the 5th. And this would be a run rule victory for the Gators to kick off the weekend. Kiara Beltre pinch hits for Register. In foul ground, up in the air, Grover's got it, ball game over. And the
This is the tone that you want to set, and even more beyond what everyone else is thinking, what everyone else is looking at. Can you take care of the little things? And offensively and pitching-wise, the Florida Gators
seed. You can catch our upcoming game at 1:30 on ESPN+. The Gators, they're hungry this weekend. Yeah, they feasted today. Alabama, the number 1 overall seed, begins its tournament at 1 Eastern. For Nicole and the crew, I'm Kevin. We're saying so long for now from Gainesville.